السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. إنه من يهديه الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح للأمة فكشف الله به الغمة، وجاهد في سبيل ربه حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين، وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. أما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters, many people used to come to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and ask him questions. Ask Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam questions. And some of them come and ask Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam advice. But mostly those who come and ask for advice, they want to improve themselves. Those who come and ask Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for advice, what is their intention? Ask him for improvement. And that's why you find the answer different. Most of the time people come and say, Rasulullah, somebody ask him, and you tell him, La taghdab, don't be angry. Does that apply to me? I'm a very calm person, cool, by nature. How can I apply this hadith? Somebody come to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell him, Ya Rasulullah, tell me something in Islam that I don't ask anybody after you. How can you find an answer for such a question? You will always need to ask questions. Yeah? So he's telling him, Ya Rasulullah, tell me something I don't ask anybody after. What does that mean anyways? Of course he's going to ask. But he is telling Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell me a behavior or an act or a conduct that I stick with, that it becomes the anchor of my life. That's what the question means here. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا يزال لسانك رطبا بذكر الله. Keep your tongue moist with the dhikr of Allah. He knows that this person, this will anchor him like that. While someone else asking Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, what is the dearest thing to Allah? And you will find that the answer in many hadith is different. And which one is dearest to Allah? The question is, which one dearest to Allah? You have to pick one. But the Rasul gave us 5 or 6 for 5 or 6 different people. What does that also mean? Rasulullah ﷺ is telling you self-improvement covers a big spectrum. You might need this at this day. You might need something tomorrow. You might need it, but he needs something else. But in general, as a Muslim society, as a Muslim ummah, you all need all. At all times. I hope it is understood. But the whole idea is, our Messenger ﷺ constantly was working on self-awareness. Everybody has to be self-aware. And when you are self-aware, you will ask the right question, and then you will get the right answer. Hence, you're going to improve yourself better. And then you come to self-improvement. That's why always in the science, they tell you, you cannot self-improve unless you are self-aware. Now what is that self-awareness, after all? And how Quran depicted it, and how Sunnah of Rasulullah ﷺ depicted it. Who are you? Quran summarized it in one sentence, in one word, I'm sorry. One word, you're abd. That's it. You go right, you go left, you go up, you go down, you go front, you go back. You make circles, you do zigzags, whatever you want to do in this life. At the end of the day, there are 2 facts. Allah is al-qahiru fawqa ibadi, and you are his abd. Whether you accept this as the truth or not, that is the truth. And for Muslims, this is the end result. So who are you? If I ask you, who are you? You can give me all the definitions in the world. I am a sheikh, I am a doctor, I am this, I am old, I am young, I am a husband, I am a wife, I am this, all of that. All of those things, you can make a big, huge list of who you are, but at the end of the day, they're describing physical, social, financial, whatever status, gender, whatever it is. It describes something about you, but it does not describe you. But what is the one thing that describes everything, and nobody can go away from it, and all of us share? You are abd, aren't you? You can be a Sayyid of someone. You can say, I'm from Sayyid family, but on who? How far this can go? How far? I can tell you I'm the grandson of, I'm not, but I'm the grandson of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. How far this can take me anyways? Where does it go? It has an end, yes? It has limitations. Of course, it has limitations. I have to follow certain code. I have to do certain things. And this will not help me in front of Allah, except if I am in the footsteps of the Prophet, like everybody else. It may give me some status, something, but there is a limitation. End of the day, there is a limitation to it. But that's one thing that stays with everybody all the way, from beginning to end. In this dunya and in akhirah, you are the abd of Allah. That's why Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا. Wama and the illa. In Arabic, whenever you see that negative, then exception comes, means whatever comes after exception is the only thing. I have not done this except for that. Means there is no other reason. If you don't use that style, maybe this is one reason, and there are many other reasons. 1 or 2 or 3, doesn't matter. Oh, I am here at this masjid only to be the imam. I can say that. But I'm here also as many other things. I can be a musalli, as a Muslim, as a father, whatever it is. I'm teaching a lecture. But if I say, I am not here except this, that's it. I am not doing this meeting except for that reason. Means don't play around with any other thing. That's it. So Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا. What comes after illa is the only reason behind our creation. What is it? لِيَعْبُدُونَ. You are a abd. And you have to worship. You have a choice not to, but that is your reasoning. So you are self-aware that who are you? Who are you at the end of the day? Now you go to read in the science and this university and that research and thousands of people did, they'll tell you to be self-aware, there is an internal aspect and there is an external aspect. What is self-awareness? If you want to know today after this Jummah, am I self-aware or not? I give you the key. Simple. Inside your heart, how you see yourself. Forget about me now. What I'm seeing in front of me is another thing. But you know, and nobody other than you, after Allah Azza wa Jal, will know who are you inside. So how do you see yourself? Everybody can stand in the mirror, in front of the mirror, can come put a mask, put a face, put an attitude in front of everybody. But how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself weak? Self-strong? Do you see yourself a good Muslim? Do you see yourself really fulfilling what Allah asking you? Huh? Do you see yourself as a good husband? As a good wife? Do you see yourself as a good father? As a good mother? Do you see yourself honest? Or a cheater at work? Do you see yourself that you are a liar? Or a person who's truthful? What do you see yourself? You see yourself coming to the masjid really to be the servant of Allah? You really benefit something? Or it's a tradition or a culture? How do you see yourself? That is the internal aspect. The other external one is not how people see you. That's not the way. That's how you see people seeing you. Do you get their feedback or not? You see? So people can see you and they come and say, MashaAllah, you're the best. Does that mean they actually see you that you're the best? So if you do not know the first one, you're going to fail in the second one. Mostly, yani. So, even research says that not necessarily those who are internally and become good externally and vice versa. Sometimes you are aware of what people do all the time. But any boss, anybody at the job, if you have an office or you have people working under you, if you know exactly how they see you, man, they're going to function the best. If you do know how they see you, then you will know how to deal with them. And then the functionality will become good. And that's why you find any leader, right? There are some leaders, they force people to respect them. Because they don't know, or they don't want to know, or they do not want to see how people see them. They're scared of it. Maybe people don't see them as a leader at all. Maybe people don't like them to lead. So if they know that, they'll step back and they'll put somebody who deserves, right? But people don't want that. And that was the Quraysh problem with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The main exact problem. He's aware, he knows exactly what he is. And those who realize who he is, and he understood it, he becomes his Sahaba, the best people. They all follow whatever he says. Yeah? Because he knows how they see him, they know how they see him, everything was in sync. Why we as Muslims do not have that power? Because we are not self-aware, we do not know who we are, and we do not know how others see us, Muslims or not Muslims. How others see you. How do they see you? Only sister is like focused on how people see me with hijab. It is not about people, it's about you, not convinced about you. That's your problem. You do not know who you are. That's it. This is not self-awareness. This is not how people are. You don't have it. And a brother, he changes his name from this to that or whatever. This is not why, because of people. I can make an oath on it. It's not because of people. Because there are others who respect you for who you are. When you know who you are, they will give you a place at work to pray. They are going to accommodate you. This is the country of that. This is the country of that. Many people come and ask me, but I have this one. Can you give me a fiqhi issue to get out of salah at work? You know? So that's exactly what he wants. He feels insecure. He does not know his own value. He does not know the weight of Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. He does not know who we are. The best ummah is for mankind. You do not know that you are the last ummah. You are a follower of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You don't know that. That is why your vision is so short. It's so little. You are so shallow. about some achievement, your paycheck, and you make the whole world based on it. But if you are aware of who you are, you have that confidence, you have that strength when you talk to people, they respect you. And then you would have been a good student, an A student, good person with a strong resume. They know that if they lose you, they lose. Then they'll accommodate you before you even say anything. But because we're not self-aware, that's why people don't see you. And you do not know how they see you. You see yourself as weak. You see yourself as a little person. And that goes in every relationship. With Allah Azza wa Jal, between husband and wife, the husband sees himself weak in front of his wife who cannot control. He shouts, he abuses, he does all of these things. Why? Is it because he needs it? No. He does not know who he is. He does not know who he is in relationship to Allah. He does not know who he is as a husband. He does not know who he is as a father, as a member of this Jama'ah, as a member of Muslims. He does not know who he is standing in front of Allah Azza wa Jal. Same thing for the woman. She does not know who she is. What she cares about is 50% of what my husband has. That's it. And they go in it is an investment from the beginning. I even had a real actual case in here, that the wife waited until the 401k matured. Yeah, 27 years of marriage. And then she comes and they had the dinner. She said, love, I have something to tell you. You retire and I also want to retire. Wallahi, akhwan. I want to check out. I want to cash out, That's enough. We have 3 children. They got married and everything. I want to take my 50% and leave. I don't want to go to the court and all of this. Just give me my money and I go. So exactly, these things exist. Trust me, she was more self-aware than him. I'm not saying in a good way, but she was very self-aware. From the very beginning, she knew who she is, what she wants, to do this. It's a business deal, and now my time to cash out. I'm not saying what is the ruling Islamically. She exactly knew. He is 27 years, mashallah, giving his level best, spilling his heart out, loving her, loving everything, but he was mashi in a way that was drawn for him. He was not self-aware. He did not know that you never give your heart to a human being completely. You love someone, yes, but your love to Allah Azza wa Jal is more than anyone. And that person can sell you at any time. I'm not trying to disappoint anybody here. But your love to any other human being is conditional. It's temporary. No guarantee. But your love to Allah, there is a guarantee. You read His book until if you love me, that's what you get. And it does not change. Because Allah does not change His word. Allah does not change His mind. Allah is not material, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is the only one love that stays there, and that's not what you need to focus and invest in and be self-aware about. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who are always self-aware of the cause of their creation and the cause of their life, and be ready for the hereafter. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله على آله وصحبه ومن والاه وبعد. My brothers and sisters, الأنبياء, prophets of Allah, they knew exactly what they are for. And they came and they had that self-awareness very clear. So if you want to know what self-awareness in its best format, read Quran. I can quote you Yale, Harvard, Ivy League studies from here to tomorrow. I can quote for you things I read to prepare for this khutbah, for example. But subhanAllah, every time I read this thing, and the deeper I go, I find an ayah popping up. I find the hadith of Rasulullah popping up. I wish these people, Allah guide them will become Muslims. They do all the research to prove what is in the Quran, not the other way around. To prove it for us. We as Muslims don't believe in it until they prove it. And that is a problem with self-awareness. Don't you think? It is a problem. You do not know who you are. As a Muslim, you don't know what you have. The gold mine that you have, you don't know. You don't even bother. You want someone, exactly like, you want someone to come to your kitchen, open your fridge, get the ingredients, use your stove, use your pots, and do the cooking that you can do, and then come and tell you, here is a good meal. Say, yes, wallahi, very good meal. I did not know that there are good meals that exist in this life like this. Where are the ingredients, Habibi, from? Your fridge. Which stove was used? Your stove. And did this guy make like some judo or yani, kung fu? Did he make some circus stuff? Yani? No, you look and he's using salt, he's using pepper, he's using your knife, and he's doing exactly the things your mom actually cooks better. And then, you kind of like say, oh, mashallah, I ate the best dish in the world. Why? Because somebody came and did it. A big name did it. But you had it all along. You just needed some research. You needed some power. You needed to believe in yourself, in your capacity, what you have. That's what your Quran has. That's what your Sunnah, that's what your kitchen has. That's the masjid. Exactly. That's what it is. You don't need somebody else to fix it for you. Subhanallah. So the prophets of Allah comes and said, Ya qawmi, a'budu Allah ma lakum min ilahin ghayruh. Right? Oh my people, worship Allah. You do not have anybody but Him. So he's self-aware of what he does, what is his job, and here summarize it. So now you are in a job interview and they tell you what you're going to do. And yeah, this, watch 100 videos to know exactly what you can say to your interviewer, right? But Quran says, just state exactly what you're going to do in the shortest of statements. That's it. Do not give the other person a chance to ask you a question, what does that mean? The more you do that, the better you are. What are you going to do? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Then they'll ask you how to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. It may not be accurate, but you know within your capacity exactly. And to do that, you have to do lots of things. So they come and do it. Then every time, just to prove you the second type of self-awareness, which is how people know you, how people see you. So you know exactly how they see you, genuinely how they see you. So always Allah told the messengers and prophets to answer questions before they are even asked. Yeah? And all my people, by the way, I'm not going to ask you for any money for what I do. Because what is the assumption? First question, what's the catch? Right? What's the catch? How much is the damage, man? Like how much? This is going to cost me. Is it? Nothing. Because, once he said, he said, you have an interest in this. And with Aqidah, you can't. I am coming to give you this as a prophet and a messenger. Then they also respond as if the people challenging their truthfulness. Allah Azza wa Jal telling us that they went and told their people, Inna ilaykum Rabbuna ya'lamu inna ilaykum lamursalun. All of this ta'keed in Arabic. That means, they are saying, really? Really? Are you sure? Give me a proof. So before they even ask that, they said, Allah knows for sure that He is the one, He sent us to you. And this is proof, before they even ask. So at the end of this khutbah, my brothers and my sisters, our deen tells us our value. Allah tells us that we are very valuable to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. You should not have doubt about that. Now to yourself, do you meet this qualification to be valuable to Allah? That's your first step of self-awareness. Am I truly a abd of Allah? What is a abd of Allah? What does Allah need from me to be a true abd for Him? Follow that. Then you become self-aware internally. If you fail in that, it will cause depression and anxiety and all these internal problems. Conflict inside and all of that, all panics and all of these kind of things. I'm not saying that this is the only reason, but it will lead to that. Now, the other type, once you do that, then you are not alone. You have people around you, your brothers, your sisters, your community, your neighbors, people around you, even your enemies. How do they see you? When you know that for sure, then you're going to fix yourself and the way you deal with others. So myself, my salah, my fasting, my hajj, my all of that. How I deal with others, the nikah, the marriage, the business, all of that kind of things. So when you're self-aware internally, you will fix your relationship with yourself, with Allah Azza wa Jalla, and inside of you. Externally, you will know how to deal with people who see you in a certain way, who expect certain things from you. Inshallah Rabbil Alameen, next khutbah, which is going to be next Jummah, but second one, I'm going to talk, inshallah, about self-development. I know that it's the second khutbah, not the first one, but I hope, inshallah, they are both, inshallah, hopefully recorded and all of that. But please put them together, and they will give you some guidelines, inshallah, of that. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who are aware, and make us among those who continuously self-develop. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى اللهم اكفنا بحلالك عن حرامك واغننا بفضلك عمن سواك عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله يذكركم استغفروه يغفر لكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله على ما تصنعون أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. استقيموا واستووا تراصوا واعتدلوا. Straighten your line. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الضالين آمين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair, Sheikh Mamdouh, for this beautiful khutbah. And brothers and sisters, really share with us your feedback. Inshallah, we'll share it with Sheikh Mamdouh. So inshallah, we talk more about topics that's relevant and related to you. Inshallah, we have important announcements. So if you can give me 1 minute, inshallah, we'll share it with you. We have a very busy weekend. Tonight, inshallah, we have the Fatwa night with Dr. Salah Hissawi and Sheikh Mamdouh after Maghrib prayer. Please submit your questions online. Priority will be given to the online questions. Inshallah, we will share the link to submit your questions on the WhatsApp group. If you are not a member of the community WhatsApp group, please let us know. The QR code is outside. This is, inshallah, a faster way to reach you. Also, the evening Quran classes for 5 years old and up with the Maulana Faruqi and Mufti Shibli is starting on Monday, June 5th. So please register online as soon as possible. Sheikh Mamdouh will do a Hajj workshop on next Friday, inshallah, June 9th after Isha. Please do your best, inshallah, to attend even if you're not going for Hajj, so we can learn and benefit, and inshallah, Allah will make you among the Hajj next year, inshallah. Please don't forget to renew your ISGH membership or become an ISGH membership. Visit isgh.org/membership. And remember to make dua for all the sick, deceased, and people going through hardship. And there is a dua request for a speedy recovery of brother Saqib Azam, who is not well and is hospitalized. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him a full recovery and full shifa ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum.